This week, the team celebrates our 4th episode at the 5th Avenue Tap Room. Greg gets a history lesson from Scott Maddox. Alicia cooks up some Tex-Mex for the Marcia and Jane. And Eric tests out our beer of the week.
Raise my head in the morning, but tonight I'm gonna find a way.
Hey, good evening and welcome out to the 4th episode of the Greg Tish Show. Make some noise out there. People said that we couldn't make it to 4, and it seems like just a month ago we started this.
You're such a big boy now.
We're such a big boy, but episode 4, and I know that we have some wonderful items coming in right now. Oh, guys, thank you so much. Oh, no, thank you. Oh, thank you. So, we got beautiful flowers. Actually, no.
Trying to get the beer?
Actually, we got these for you guys. Here you go, ladies.
Yes. Oh, thank you. True Southern gentleman.
People said that we could not last this long. We've actually lasted longer than all my girlfriends.
That's really good, Greg.
Yeah.
God, that's what you're going to do with my modeling agency.
And your first show.
You surpassed Magic Johnson's broadcasting career.
Wait. How about Kim Kardashian? Her marriage?
All of her marriages combined.
All of her marriages. Paris Hilton's rehab. Lindsay Lohan's rehab. Okay, that's enough about me and show business. I'm all about show business.
And tonight we're going to take you on some great trips around the Southland, and we're going to teach you actually in Nevada. We're going Sierra Nevada Torpedo tonight is going to be our beer of the week. Eric Eggers, taking people on a road trip about Sierra Nevada?
Yeah, I don't think that that's actually legal, but what we are doing is taste testing Sierra Nevada Torpedo, which is extra IPA, which apparently is legal.
That is legal. Alicia, tell us about the food you're doing tonight.
The food that I am doing tonight is going to be great. We don't have a clue.
It has been good because the first 3 episodes you've been great, so why on episode 4 would you fail? You wouldn't.
Now, but let's talk about Marcia real quick. Do you know what an IPA beer is?
I have no clue.
This is an IPA beer that we're doing tonight.
Marcia
I'm so
doesn't.
sorry, Greg.
Marcia doesn't drink beer. Alicia,
Still don't
every
understand
once
what
in a
I'm
while.
doing here, but
no, and that's
making it
fine
work.
that you don't understand what we're doing here. But by the end of this series, you will drink beer and you will love beer.
That would be the finale.
I think we're going to have to put it in a wine glass just to get her to taste
There you go. There you go. There you go. Champagne glass.
We'll put it in a wine glass to taste beer. We may not get her this week, but one week we are going to get her to enjoy beer. Guys, would you like that?
Marcia Dahl drinking beer. Really?
Marcia Dahl drinking fine craft beer.
Okay.
So without that, let's get this show started. Welcome out to the Greg Tish Show. Episode 4!
Yeah.
Sierra Nevada Torpedo is a big American IPA. Bold, assertive, and full of flavor, highlighting the complex citrus, pine, and herbal character of whole cone American hops. Around here, we take hops pretty seriously, which is why we weren't satisfied with the standard method of dry hopping for our first year-round IPA. We spent years tinkering, tasting, and tweaking ways to get the biggest and best hop flavors and aromas into our beer. Our persistence has paid off. Our obsession with harnessing huge hop flavor led to the development of what we call the Hop Torpedo, a revolutionary method of dry hopping designed, built, and debuted here at the brewery. Our Torpedo is a sleek, stainless steel piece of hardware that delivers more pure hop aroma than any method of dry hopping we've ever seen. Like all our beers, Torpedo Extra IPA uses only the best whole cone hops possible, making this delicious ale worth the wait.
Use my hands, but they just don't. Use my hands, but they just don't. Use my hands.
The founders of America's 3 biggest pizza companies come from the Midwest. The founder of Marco's Pizza is also from the Midwest. Of Italy. Marco's, authentic Italian pizza.
When we need help, we know that we have a partner to get us through the tough times. The Capital Area Community Action Agency provides emergency services and assistance to struggling families. Big Bend families have benefited from business startup, on-the-job training programs, and so much more.
The agency made all the difference.
providing long-term solutions for those in need. The Capital Area Community Action Agency, your partner, our community lifeline.
Hi, I'm Alicia New, and today on The Spirit of Food, we are at a very special place with friends. And I want to preface this whole episode with the fact that this is not a political statement in any way, shape, or form. What this is about is the spirit of food is where relationships happen, and that's where friends come together to have a lot of fun. And I have two very special friends with me today that I want to introduce you to. And I've got Marcia Dahl here that we know from the fabulous Marcia Dahl portion of our own show.
I should say good afternoon.
Afternoon, right? And this is Jane Marks, which everyone in Tallahassee knows as the mayor's wife, and she's
How are you this morning?
Wonderful.
Good.
So we have a lot of fun stuff today. We're doing our beer of the week is the Sierra Nevada Torpedo for the Bloody Mary that we're going to make with the beer-based Bloody Mary. So what we're doing today is we're going to poach eggs for our brunch. We're going to poach the eggs in salsa, which makes it very delicious, and it puts a lot of flavor into those eggs. But then we're also going to make hash browns. Now these hash browns you can do any way that you want to. You can put cilantro in there. I'm going to do chorizo today. So we're going to put anything in there we really want to and put those as a base, put the eggs and the salsa on top, and then we are going to eat.
Fabulous.
But first,
We like that part.
I went to the ethnic aisle and I just picked up some juices. Lovely Jane here doesn't drink alcohol, so she's not going to be doing the Bloody Marys with us. So I'm going to let the girls play with some of the flavors that I picked up in the ethnic aisle. So we have some pear nectar and we have some mango nectar and then some coconut soda. So this will give it a little fizz.
Okay, this one's really good.
Okay.
This is good.
Well, I like
All right.
beer. Well,
No.
I'm going to mix them. I'll see
We're
what
going to be
happens.
chemists and scientists today, Jane.
All right.
You thought you were a therapist and I'm a modeling agent. No, we're now chemists.
This is good. When you mix
That
it,
mango's good.
mix it with a pear, it's good.
So let's see how, if you put a little fizz with it, with the coconut, see how that does.
Just
That one
I
tastes the
put
same.
just a little bit of ice.
Okay.
See if I can. Wonderful.
A little more juice maybe?
They kind of taste the same.
Do they?
Yeah, these two. No? Yes.
Wait till you add the coconut
No?
soda.
Is it good?
All right, let's see here. All right, I'm going to go with the
It's
mango.
good.
I love the fizz too. It always just makes it so much better.
It's good. Isn't this good?
Yummy. Yummy. Well, we have to name our little concoction.
Yeah.
What do we want to name it?
Pango.
Why pango?
Because it's pear and mango.
I thought
And
we
then
would
the
call it.
O is from the coconut. Yeah.
I thought we would call it the M&J.
Oh, that's okay. That's
Marcia
okay.
Jane?
I like that.
You do?
Now I'm going to make the Bloody Mary with the base of our torpedo. We got the base, the beer base for this, and that's a very authentic Mexican way to make a Bloody Mary. You can do it the hard way. This is the hard way if you want to mix the clam juice with the tomato juice, or you can use the easy button, which is what I do, and I got some pre-made clamato that's already has a seasoning in it, so that's a good thing. Makes it a lot easier that way. All you do really is take some sort of honey or agave nectar, which is very true to the southwestern theme that we have going here, and you just take the top of your mug and get a little of that on there. You don't want much, and then you want to put that, use that to make the salt stick. And you can just do this with a plate of salt too, but there you go. Easy way to do that. And it looks pretty too. So this is our mug, of course, and we're going to just pour in the beer. You want to do about 3/4 of the way with the beer. And I like the fizziness of it, so I didn't try to stop the fizz from happening, because when you put the clamato in on top, and you can actually see it sort of reacting together sometimes. I was noticing when I practiced this at home that it just looks really nice. It's coming together. It makes you kind of want to take a sip. And if you like, I'm going to let Marcia taste this. This is my way to get Marcia to actually drink a beer, because she's never had a beer in her life. But she said that she would try it today because she loves me so.
She'll taste it. She'll take a sip.
So take a sip and try
Putting
it.
hot sauce in this?
Do you like hot sauce in
I hate
yours?
hot sauce.
Okay, well, we
I
won't
love
do that.
spicy stuff.
We won't put it in them, but you can. If you like, a lot of people like hot sauce in their Bloody
You know
Marys.
what, Alicia? You're so good at what you're doing here, sweetheart. You just give it to me, and I know it's going to be great.
So, of course, you always have to put the celery in there. But it's always fun to put other little flavors in there, too. And these are pickled green beans that I got. You can see that, and that just adds a little more flavor to it. But this is going to be Marcia trying a beer-based
You have to try it,
Bloody
too.
Mary.
You have to try it.
Taste
Okay, I'll taste it.
Hey, if I'm going to do it, I know you can do
Okay.
it.
Is it good? Okay. See, I don't drink, so.
Okay. I got my flavors afterwards here.
Right, it takes a minute for it to settle in. But
I guess if I drank,
it's a very, very popular way.
I guess it would be great. Great. Absolutely great.
So this is a drink that you can do with it. You can have this for your guests who are here, and we're just doing like a little girls' brunch today. And so for the ones who really don't want a Bloody Mary, they can play with the fruity drinks and just have fun and visit. And so now I'm going to go start cooking. Now it takes a little bit longer to do the hash browns, so we're going to start with that first. You can either shred the potatoes, or you can use the easy button and buy the frozen at your favorite local grocery store. So that's your job. While she's doing that, we can go ahead and start doing some things over here. This is the chorizo here, and chorizo is really just a Mexican sausage. And pretty much you just take the onions that I put in here and you just go with it until they're translucent. So once you've done all that handiwork, getting the potatoes shredded like that, now it's really important once you do that to go ahead and immediately put the eggs and the flour in with it. I'm going to go ahead and open up my easy button package and add some of these to it. And then this is where you just get your hands in there. So you just break an egg straight in there. When you're a chef, you have to like to play with your food. You have to get your fingers all squished up and messy in there. And then you want to add about a half a cup of flour to it, just to sort of bind it all together.
Now, so you do that by feel.
Yeah, it's about right. And once you get your hands in there, you can kind of say, well, that feels about right. But you have to like to do, I'm sure Marcia Dahl doesn't like to do this, right? Do you? You want to stick your fingers in here?
Not today.
Right. So we're going to mix all this with the beautiful potatoes that Jane ground for us, and then we're going to add some cilantro to that, and then we'll fry them and make the hash brown base. And then when all the fun in the kitchen is over, it's time to sit down with friends and have a great time. Well, what we have on the plate, as we talked about before, this is a little crispy tortilla that has agave nectar on it, so get a little sweet in there. We've got the salty with the hash browns.
This is
we have.
really, really, really good.
Good. Well, I'm very glad.
It is.
This is delicious.
Off the chain.
We have a new drink now.
Let's just say a little toast.
Cheers.
It's a great time and great food, and this has been the spirit of food.
The founders of America's three biggest pizza companies are named Tom, Frank, and John. But Marco's Pizza has a founder named Pasquale, who was actually born in Italy. Marco's, authentic Italian pizza.
What is specialty coffee? Specialty coffee is what I'm about. It's me, striving to make that perfect cup, that perfect shot, that perfect roast, that perfect microphone, that perfect drink. Finding the unique flavors, unique tastes, unique aromas. Striving for balance, for quality, for consistency.
It's me, trying to share my passion, my dream, my experience, my knowledge, my appreciation for specialty coffee.
What is specialty coffee? It's me. It's blood, sweat, and tears. It's hard work. It's stressful. It takes lots of practice. A lot of time, a lot of patience. Research, a lot of roasts. Why?
Because great coffee doesn't just happen. Yay!
right, tonight, sitting down here at the Fifth Avenue Tap Room, sitting down with a very good friend of mine, Scott Maddox, former mayor, Leon Lyon, but I'm still going to let him sit down and talk with me. And we're going to sit down and chat a little bit about the history of Tallahassee, something that people out there may not know. And I'll let you know a little bit about this. But Scott, Lincoln, Leon.
Listen, just because you couldn't get into Leon High, don't blame it on me.
My parents actually had a job. That's why I couldn't get into Leon.
Of course. You know, I loved our rivalry. It was great back then. I played soccer, and I was on the swim team for Leon. Of course, Leon had a great football team, and then Lincoln came forward. It's an outstanding school. But what's really neat is I have 2 sons now that go to Leon High. And nothing makes you feel old like walking through the high school that you thought you left yesterday.
You and Shay just had your kids like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
They're already in high school?
But you know, Jack will be in 11th grade next year at Leon, and Denver starting in 9th grade. But not a whole lot has changed at Leon except we're not winning in football.
That is true. And that's the thing that's changed at Lincoln. We didn't win in football when I was there, except beating Leon my senior year, and now they're the perennial, almost state champs every year.
That's right. It ebbs and flows. But I always get pride when I see any professional sport, baseball, football, track, women's basketball, whatever, and you hear about someone from Tallahassee coming from Leon or Lincoln or Godby or Rickards or Childs. That's really cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Now, there's a few people that in this town that I know that know just absolutely everything. They can just amaze you with what they know about this city. Me, I'm one.
Yes,
that's just
absolutely you are.
You've taught me. You have taught me more about this city than anybody else. Now, I just don't think that the people in the area, that they understand the rich history that Tallahassee has. They just see it, I think, unfortunately, a lot of people just see it as this college town that's just kind of boomed up in the last 60 years, but they don't understand the rich history, going back to the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812, that everything going back, that what ties in here is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Tallahassee, we were settled, I guess, if you'd say settled by the non-indigenous people. In the 1600s, the Spanish came from St. Augustine, and of course, St. Augustine's the oldest city in North America. Mm-hmm. They came over in this area and they cleared an area and started a little settlement, then abandoned it. And the Appalachian Indians called us Tallahassee, which means old fields or old place. Then later in the 1800s, you started to see development again. The edge of town is where the Doubletree Hotel is today, and they cleared 200 feet for a free range of fire, a field of fire, in case they were attacked by the Indians, and they could shoot back and be able to see anybody attacking the town. That was called 200-foot road, and today that is the downtown chain of parks. And was preserved all those years. In the 60s, the legislature wanted to turn it into a parking lot, and the city objected to it, and that's why we have the downtown chain of parks today. The First Presbyterian Church was built on the other side of the park, and because of that, they were less safe, so they actually had to build musket ports in the basement of the church, so they could put muskets out and fire in case it was needed, and that's still there today.
Now, I know that with the marker that's downtown, right there by Cascades Park, that it's always just kind of been blah.
It's just sitting there.
It's just sitting there. There's a little flagpole, and then there's just a little marker and everything. Do you know of Cascades Park? Do you know if they're going to do something to really show everybody how cool this one little spot is?
Yes, I was frustrated that Cascades Park wasn't recognized as well as the Prime Meridian marker, so I pushed for what we're seeing today in the construction at Cascades Park. That's the reason why Tallahassee is the capital site.
But the myth is that they sent one here and came and met in the middle, and that's why that's just a complete myth.
That they both rode a horse, and where they met, they drove a stake.
Yeah.
What really happened was the person from St. Augustine was a doctor, and he came by horse and carriage and made it to this area without incident. The person from Pensacola came by ship, and he got into an argument with the ship's captain and the captain's son. At the first sight of land at St. Mark's, he said, "Let me out." So they let him out. He wandered for 2 weeks in the swamps down there and nearly starved to death. Then he happened upon the same ship coming up the St. Mark's River, and he had to apologize to get back on. So in the meantime, the doctor's here losing business, doesn't know where this other guy is. And as the Pensacola representative comes up from south of town, he saw a beautiful 30-foot cascading waterfall that landed in a shimmering pool. And he said, "This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. This has got to be the site of our capital." The doctor, his job was to get it closer to St. Augustine. So he said, "No, I want to put it at the mouth of the Swanee River." So they agreed to go look at that. They couldn't find the Swanee River. They got lost. And the doctor finally said, enough, I'm losing business back at home, and he gave in to the Pensacola representative, and that's why the capital's in Tallahassee.
Scott, thank you for coming out and letting everybody in Tallahassee know something that they did not know. Give them a little rich history and everything.
Greg, the cool thing about you is you believe in Tallahassee, and you have a link not only from growing up here, you know about the ancient history, you know about Mutt and Jeffs, you know about Barnaby's after football games, you know about Dean's in the mall, and you connect with young professionals that just moved here. I'm glad to be part of this show.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
This is Kirk Luckman. You're watching The Greg Tish Show.
We're here taste testing another beer. This week's beer, Torpedo by Sierra Nevada. It's an extra IPA, and speaking of extra, Darby's here. Darby, what do you think of when you think about Torpedo?
Bad weather.
Okay, I would have said maybe like a nuclear missile system.
But I live in Florida, so torpedo, tornado, I feel like something's coming towards me, and I should be scared. Or excited. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet.
So we're here with Boyce. Boyce just tried Torpedo for the first time, and your reaction was?
Actually, it's got a great taste, and I'm a beer connoisseur, so I drink everything from Pilsners to Stouts.
I think the technical term you're looking for is alcoholic. Go ahead and give the Torpedo a taste. Let's see how you like it.
Okay, to be honest opinion. I like it. It's good. It's like a torpedo in my throat.
Is that the first time you said that?
I can't divulge that information. There were the 90s, you know.
So this is very exciting for me. We're here with an honest-to-goodness Tallahassee celebrity. Actually, we're here with Kirk Luckman, but either way, it's still a former FSU basketball player. What's it like being a former FSU basketball player living in Tallahassee?
It's nice. Every now and again, I have people who remember me actually playing, which is very rare, but it does happen. And I enjoy the fact that they enjoyed me playing. I really appreciate the opportunity I had to play here, and Florida State's given me so much. I'm just glad to be here.
Now, you identified yourself as a connoisseur, which is one of many words that I can't spell. And you have noted that this is an extra IPA. Do you know what that means?
Quite honestly, I don't. I do know that IPAs tend to stick in the back of my throat and have a better flavor. So I do like IPAs.
We're still talking about the beer, right?
I believe we are.
And I don't want to speak for you, but I'm thinking that you would say that this beer would go really well with, like, Domino's.
Probably not Domino's. I'd shy more towards a really good quality pizza called Marco's Pizza. But yeah, I mean, this type of beer, the citrusy flavor goes well with those types of foods. And Italian, heavy starchy food, it goes well with that.
Wow, you took it to a whole another level. I was just trying to knock on $1 billion corporate food chain that could put us all out of business. Okay. You went high-level food connoisseur.
Well, hey, I tried. That's what we do at Marco's Pizza. It's high-quality food. We don't play with those boys down there. We like customers who like good quality, so that's where we play.
What Torpedo makes me think of is The Hunt for Red October by Tom Clancy, because there's torpedoes in submarines, which raises, I think, the question, better Jack Ryan, Alec Baldwin, Harrison Ford, or Ben Affleck?
Harrison Ford, most assuredly. I mean, if this beer had an earring in it, it couldn't be more Harrison.
If you were going to compare this beer to one of your opponents while you're at Florida State, who would you compare it to?
Oh, wow, that's a good one. If we're going to stick with the hops theme, I'd go with probably like a Duke, Grant Hill, because Grant Hill dunked on me when I was a freshman at Florida State. So
and you said, hey, Grant Hill, boom, and you punched him in his knee, and that's why his career never took off.
Sure, I'll take credit for the career, never take it off. He did okay. I think he played 15, 16 years in the NBA. So I think he survived after my punch in the knee.
Hey, that was episode 4. Did everybody have a good time? All right, tonight, because I'm a huge San Diego Padres fan, because I'm big with California, my uncle lives in California, that we went with Sierra Nevada that's based in California, because California knows how to party, because it's all good from Diego to the Bay. And we had a great time. Alicia, how was the food?
It was fantastic.
Tex-Mex!
Tex-Mex, and it was with Torpedo from Sierra, Nevada. So it says on my empty beer.
It was good. Double E, how'd you enjoy it?
I enjoyed the beer very much, and I enjoyed being able to celebrate the extra IPA with maybe one of the least hoppy former FSU basketball players ever.
That's very true. Kirk Luckman with Marco's Pizza, a wonderful sponsor with us. Marsha?
What, honey?
Did you actually taste this beer?
We put it in a wine glass just
Right.
for you.
You guys
Still
want
looks
my
like
wine
beer,
glass?
though.
You found us a wonderful model for this beer. You found us a California girl.
Oh, you can't believe the models I found in New York City for you. You'll get that footage later.
Oh my gosh,
It's gonna
yeah.
be
Stay
really
tuned
good.
next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then a week after, because I'm going back to New York and I'll film some more. But yes, I just don't do beer, but I'm going to maybe try it.
One of these days, we're going to get Marsha to taste some beer. And right now, it may be. Good night, everybody. Hope you had a great time with the Greg Tish Show, episode 4.
Drink up.
Sleep well. Sleep well. And enjoy your Monday.
No, go.
Cut. No, cut. No,
Enjoy.
Cut. We're all done here now.
No, we're waiting on you to drink the
You
beer.
have to taste it. Go ahead.
They can't stop us now. They can't stop us now. Raise my head in the morning, lift up and see an empty space. Man, the dreams, they all went the same, but tonight I'm gonna find a way.
Marsha, 4th episode. How do you feel?
Feeling really good about the 4th episode.
really
I
good.
cannot believe we're still here after the 4th episode.
We're very good. We're about to go enjoy this cake. This is.
I know, right?
Oh,
I
it
know,
kind of
right?
smells funny.
No.
You smell this?
No.
I gotta fall.
I think it's really good. I knew it was coming. I knew it. Okay, you ready for some model training, baby? Let's see it. Oh my God, seriously.